Hi guys, welcome to today's SetrocJC channel daily video. As usual, if you enjoy the content, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below. Now strap yourselves in, let's get on with today's daily topic. Today's daily topic is going to be shaving. I hate flipping shaving, I can't stand shaving. Especially after a few days, because after a few days you've either got A, the decision to use up 2 razor blades to get rid of it, or B, get some hair trimmers on it. And I hate flipping shaving. Why can't they invent a pill that you can take that stops all hair growing on your body? I'd take it. I don't care how much it would cost, I'd take it. It's like you just get your hair on your head, your face, you get yourself clean shaven, everywhere else, your legs or whatever, if you're worried about that sort of thing. You just get it to where you want it, and then every day or once a week you just take this pill and it stops all hair growth. That'd be a flipping... Get onto that. If you're into medicine, if you're a PhD, if you want something to do, like a little topic, a little project to do at weekends or something, just get onto that. Go on to Dragon's Den and you'd make a fortune. You'd make a killing on it, because it's a flipping good idea. And if I had the intelligence and the people in the know and the chemistry background, I'd be on it and I'd make millions. But I'm giving that to you now, so go out there and get it done, and send me an email when you've done it. I'm not going to be a guinea pig though. You test it on something else, something that's furry, that grows a lot or something, but I'm not testing it, so don't go coming to me until it's been proven that it works. And I mean on humans, not animals. But if you think we've got it hard now with our so-called safety razors, you should go back a few years. If you go back like over 100 years, people used to die from shaving. They used to get out their old cutthroat razors, and at least 5 famous people have died. Well, they say famous people, I've never heard of any of them, but they used to die from shaving left, right and centre. So like this bloke, Michael Farley, apparently in 1921, he went to the barbers, because they used to have shaves at the barbers them days. He went to the barbers, had a flipping wet shave, and the bloke had, on the razor blade, he had anthrax on it. What did he have anthrax on it for? So he flipping cut him, and he flipping died there and then, a few days later. It's like, yeah, I smell foul play. Why would you have anthrax on a razor blade? I smell foul play here. I bet his missus had it in for him or something. Other people have died as well. Mainly from, there's a lot of times they've been nicks and then they get blood poisoning and things like that. Because back in like 1900s, the late 1800s, I don't think hygiene was what it was nowadays, what it is nowadays. Here's one you might be familiar with. Lord Carnarvon in 1923, an Egypt fat coming, ancient Egypt. He was one of the ones that found Tutankhamun's chamber, and he was in. So he went in there. He had all his stuff, didn't he? And he tried to sell it on and that, but it turns out that he died from. He had like a mosquito bite on his cheek, and he sliced it open one day while they were shaving, and it got infected, and he died apparently. And so he died from that, and they're putting it down to the curse of Tutankhamun, or the mummy's curse. Sounds to me like he died from the cut rather than that, but I suppose it's better for these people to come up with a curse story, isn't it? Yeah, so obviously shaving, a lot of people die from it. It's a dangerous sport, but we have to do it if we want to look nice, don't you? That's the thing. I think a lot of people, it obviously looks cleaner than having a great big beard. It looks smarter in a business environment, I think. And I think a lot of businesses prefer you to be clean shaven, especially if you're like in sales and things like that. Which is understandable, but it dates back. Apparently they got carvings on the top, on like stones in caves that date back for thousands of years, like 15,000 years. Got carvings of people shaving with like clam shells and flint knives and sometimes shark teeth, they reckon. You think nowadays you have a tough time and it takes you a while. Imagine trying to do it with something like that. They didn't even have the right equipment. So here's a name you're going to recognise. The man responsible for disposable razors apparently was called King Camp Gillette. King Camp Gillette sounds like a wrestler, doesn't it? And here comes King Camp Gillette. Is that his real name? It can't be his real name, surely. But he's basically the man who invented the Gillette razor company. And in 1900 he invented this new razor where you basically sell the bit like they do today, where they make their millions off of us today. They sell you the handle and then they charge you a flipping fortune for the blades each time. Apparently they don't make much profit off of the razor itself. It's all the blades, isn't it? Because the razor itself lasts you donkey's years, whereas the blades only last you a couple of shaves, don't they? But he was the one that invented it, old King Camp Gillette. But why do they try and cram so many blades onto one head nowadays? So I used to have one, the best one I ever had 3 blades on it. And it very rarely used to get clogged up. Nowadays I've got one with the old 5 blades on it. I'm forever flipping unclogging it. I spend more time unclogging it than I do actually shaving with it. And for some reason it's designed so badly. How do they get away with this? They call it a safety razor, but it allows you to put the blooming razor blade on upside down. So instead of a razor, it then turns into a flipping carving instrument. You could carve your face up with that. Who designed that to allow you to you put the blade on upside down and carve your face up if you're not careful? That's ridiculous. I don't know how they get away with it. Right, so there's one place, here's a little facts for you, little story. Apparently there's one place that you're only allowed to have a shave if you obtain a beard card in Utah. It's a religious place. It's a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and the students there must adhere to an honour code which includes not only abstinence from sex and drugs, but also they have to have high grooming standards, which means that they're basically prohibited to have facial hair. It's like, yeah, I can understand the sex and drugs thing. Well, I understand the drugs thing. I think the sex thing's a bit silly, especially in like one of them sort of schools. You know it all goes on, don't you? But basically, in order to get away with having facial hair, you have to obtain a beard card, and basically you only get that if the doctor said that you're not allowed to flip and shave because you've got some sort of skin allergy. This was brought in the 60s in this school because of the unwashed hippie movement. So basically they didn't want the students looking like hippies. Not all hippies have beards though, do they? They're not allowed to get tattoos either in this school. So a lot of hippies have tattoos, and they're not allowed to do bare knuckle fighting either. Is that because of the hippie act too? Apparently beard hair is as tough as copper wire. Why don't we use living beard hair then instead of copper wire? It might take you a while to grow it for a decent length, wouldn't it? Beard hair is the same diameter as copper wire and it's the same strength. And in a lifetime a man will spend 6 months shaving. See, this is why I don't like it. So I've got like thick black hair and I have to shave. In order to be clean shaven I have to shave pretty much every day. I might get away with every other day, but I don't want to spend 6 months of my life shaving. That's based on someone that starts shaving at 15 and lives to 75. That's a ludicrous amount of time to spend on such a monotonous task, isn't it? Get this pill invented. Come on, whoever's listening to this, get this pill invented. Save us all 6 months of our lives. If you're Amish, you only have to shave your hair until you're married, then they just let it grow. Let it grow. I'll be happy with that. I'll be quite happy to live in that community if that's allowed. But if you think us men have it bad, think about poor women. They've got to shave a lot more area than we have, haven't they? They've got to shave their legs, their pits, they've got to shave bikini line or whatever you flipping call it. They've got to shave everywhere like that. And they have to do it probably just as regularly as men do, especially during the summer, so... And if you think shaving your chin's bad enough, you try shaving your ears. Women, if there's any women listening to this, plucking your nose hair has got to be one of the most painful things in the world. It's like you get the old tweezers out, you must sneeze 15 times in one nose plucking session. I hate it. But nose hair grows just as blimmin' quickly as your face hair, doesn't it? So you get flipping great big hairs coming out your nose. So you have to pluck them, and they're flipping painful. It's no pain like it. And why is it on the shaving commercials the bloke doesn't even need a shave, does he? What do they think, we're all stupid, these companies? He's already got a face like a flipping baby's bottom, hasn't he? He's covered in shaving foam and he's dragging this blade down his face. It's like he doesn't need a shave. That's why it's so flipping close. He's obviously used a decent razor before this one that doesn't get clogged up every 2 minutes. He's like used that beforehand, and he doesn't even need a shave. shave, he's just dragging it over for the cameras and to try and fool us people into thinking that it's the best flipping shave in the world. Talking of shaving commercials, I'm looking online now and I've got this poster online and it says a man's best friend after shaving, Listerine. That's it, Listerine, the stuff you use to blimmin' do your mouth in the mornings or when you're doing your teeth. Apparently Listerine kills 200 million germs in 15 seconds. 200 million? Who's counting these anyway? How do they know there's 200 million germs being killed? Mind you, this poster looks like it's flipping about 100 years old, so they'll probably get away with it in them days. They've got a Brill Cream boy rubbing Listerine all over his chat. And if you did need a shave, how would that work? It's like, right, you basically got one take to get this, because otherwise this razor blade is going to be A, no good, and B, I'm going to be clean shaven. So imagine being the bloke doing the actor there. It's like, I've got one take, I've got a few days growth on. If I get this wrong, I'm out of money. I'm not going to get paid. No wonder he's shaking when he's dragging that blade down his chacks. That's it for today, guys. I'm off to have a shave. I've got about a week's growth I've got to hack off. That's going to take me about 10 minutes of my life. Hope you enjoyed this content, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below. I'll catch you in the next video.